Hi-Fi fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. I'm joined now with Eddie Hearn. Eddie, fantastic fight.
Unbelievable. I mean, sorry, you gave me an M&M.
I know, me too. I'm sorry.
Expected a tough fight. Didn't quite expect that. You know,
Really?
not as close as it was, because I just felt that, especially after the first round, I was thinking, wow, actually, it's going to be an easy night. I thought Derevenchenko was brilliant. I thought Triple G was brilliant. Showed so much resilience. I thought Derevenchenko boxed the perfect fight. Andre Rozier got it bang on. Really bad cut. In fact, I thought they should have stopped it. I'm glad they didn't, because we got what we got.
Yeah.
Obviously, both guys in hospital. I think they're going to be fine, and onwards and upwards.
Now, aside from the Canelo loss, I mean, Triple G has never really shown any signs of wear and tear. I mean, although we know he's been through several wars, would you say after tonight that maybe your opinion might change on that?
Yeah, you don't really know. I mean, look, I hate to say it because it sounds like sour grapes, and he would never say it, but he's been ill all week, right?
I was hearing that.
Yeah, and it's like, it sounds terrible because everyone, but like, I feel like you should know that, because maybe it was that. Maybe it was because he's getting old. Maybe it's because Derevenchenko was bloody brilliant. Like, maybe it was all three, right? We just don't know. But I think that you can't just expect people, when they box at an elite level against a guy that performs out of his skin, to just look brilliant all the time. Especially when they're in a fight which probably, quite truthfully, didn't really motivate him. You know, I mean, there were so many similarities tonight, I felt like, in the Joshua Reese situation, where you've got two guys who both wanted different fights, all right? Joshua wanted Wilder, Golovkin wanted Canelo. And they both fought guys that just went, do you know what, I'm going to fucking go for it tonight. and they were like men possessed, right? Gennady got through, AJ didn't. He's got to be more focused in the next fight. And so's Gennady, because he can't beat Canelo on that performance. And that's the fight that he wants. He may not beat Andrade on that performance,
But do you think now this will maybe get him the trilogy?
Maybe, because everyone was always absolutely petrified of Gennady Golovkin. And now maybe they think, this is a good time to fight Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah.
So if I'm Canelo and I watch that fight tonight and I think, well, my broadcasters are telling me that's the fight. Golden Boy have committed to that fight. It does huge numbers, then I'm going to take that fight and I'm going to deal with that. I think you see a different Gennady Golovkin, but he is 38. But he wasn't 100% going in tonight. And Derevenchenko is brilliant. Like I said, probably a mix of all three.
Now, I was speaking to Big Baby Miller, who is in attendance tonight, and I just, wanted to know what the relationship was like between the two of you.
It's really tough, because I really like JARRELL Miller, but what he did really just, like, I'm actually really good at not holding a grudge. Yeah, really good at that. Like, in the end, I just go, do you know what? Let's just go for a beer. Fucking leave it, But it still don't sit great with me. But I can't help the fact that I like the guy. I bumped into him twice here now, and every time I see him, he's like, look, I don't want to sign with anyone else. I just want to be with you. And I'm like, don't give me those puppy eyes, and I'm like, I said, look, I can't do it, JARRELL. He's like, look, I made a mistake, blah, 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 doing this, I'm changing this. I said, yeah, but like, I'm not saying I'll never work with you, because at some point I'm going to say, okay, you've served your time, or I don't feel like that anymore, but that's not now. So go and have a fight,
Yeah.
He said, well, what?
Because there's obviously talks of him signing with Top Rank.
Yeah, but he don't want to sign with Top Rank. He wants to sign with me. So, but the problem is, I don't want to give him that first fight. I don't want to give him that next fight now, because I think it's too early. And I don't think there's been enough ban or suspension or whatever it is. But the problem is, he's like, well, where am I going to fight? I'm like, well, that's not up to me. Will I give you a fight next year? AJ wants to fight JARRELL Miller. Weirdly. Still. Right? So win, lose or draw against Andy Ruiz, that's a fight for 2020. Derek Chisora against Big Baby Miller. Dillian White against Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller against... Like, they're all really big fights. But it just don't yet... I don't think it would be right of me.
It's sort of like the girlfriend cheating on you. You want to work it out, but you ain't ready to fully trust. So you're not fully in it, but you're not fully out of it.
There's no need to talk about personal experiences, Michelle. But on a serious note, it's like, for everything that I've said, I would be listen, I've done hypocritical things in the past, I'm sure, like every promoter has done. But I just think, like, you can't react the way I did and then go, yeah, all right, then come on, let's go. You're going in November,
Yeah.
you know? So we'll see.
Yeah. And lastly, I just want to know if there's any status on Dillian White. I know I've seen him on social.
Yeah,
is he traveling? He's traveling somewhere.
He's on MasterChef at the moment, which is a big BBC thing. No, frustratingly, we're waiting for the final reports from UCAD. I believe he's going to be cleared in full, but I want to hurry up with that because he can box tomorrow. And we're trying to get that date in the diary, but at the same time, everybody keeps asking me. I mean, it was July the 20th, August, September. It was 2 months ago, just over 2 months ago. And I'm still getting questions every interview, so which is quite fucking boring. It's not your fault, but I'm like, I want it to be...
I'm sorry, Ed, I haven't asked you yet.
No, it's not your fault, but it's like, I just want it to be over now, you know, but I can't do anything about it. Because I see like Frank Warren moaning about it. It's nothing. I can't phone UCAD. Right, it's got nothing to do with me. Dillian White deals with it with UCAD, and it's all waiting on them. So there's nothing I can do. I can't phone UCAD. I can't scream and shout. It's irrelevant.
And my last question to you is really not even really a question, but just kind of, it's interesting to see this dynamic between yourself, Bob Arum, and Frank Warren.
Yeah.
Y'all are just having an exchange of words these days. It just adds, it builds.
I've never ever spoke to Frank Warren in my life.
Face to face.
Or on the phone. Or over message, anything.
Shocking.
That's weird, isn't it? I know.
It's really weird.
But I've made loads of fights with Bob, spoke to him multiple times. Bob's double slippery. Like, you know, he's one of those guys. I think with Warren, he would never be nice to me. But Bob will be super nice. Yeah, he'd be super nice to me. And then he'd do an interview and he'd be like, Eddie's this, he's that, he's, you know, so. But good news is I'm half their age, so I've had a right result.
What about fighting on the KSI undercard?
What,
you reckon that will do some big numbers?
Bob's one of the few people I could probably beat in a ring, but no, Bob, listen, Bob's a legend. He's what, 88? I mean, what is he doing? Go and sit down, have a rest. You know, like you can't help but respect someone who's got that kind of work ethic at that age. Because I'll tell you one thing now, I'll promise you one thing. If I ever make 88, I will not be standing here talking to you. Well, you will be, that's 48 years time. So you will be...
Retired.
Yeah, getting on and on. But, you know, each their own. He obviously loves it. I love it. But I just don't want to be doing it
So
at
you'll
88.
never see yourself at that age still promoting?
Absolutely. I doubt I'll be alive at 88.
When would you think you'd retire then?
I thought you were going to say, when do you think I'll die? I said I won't be alive at that. Well, when do you think you'll pass away? Could be any time at the moment. When do I think I'll retire?
Because you're putting a number on obviously 88, so you're saying...
When you're winning, it's hard to walk away. It's like sitting at the blackjack table, right, and you're dominating the entire game. And then you go, all right, take my chips and go, knowing that you're going to let everybody else on the table win. That's the tough bit, you know, because...
So then you might be doing this at 88, Ed. You can't tell yourself you won't.
I will not be doing this for longer than 10 years.
No, stop it.
Promise you.
Oh, you just promised.
Oh, well, you know, I've got these both questions.
All right, Eddie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else